All right, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Wednesday, February 26, 2020. Stock trading does not get underway for about 15 minutes. Here's the story. As I am doing this video blog, stock futures are pointing towards a higher open. However, you're smart enough to know that you should be ignoring the stock market for the most part. We have a yield curve that is collapsing, a 10-year yield at a historic low, a 30-year yield at a historic low. Crude oil is melting down. What does that mean? It's going to suck down the energy sector, suck down the financial sector, and will probably pull the market with it. So what will I be doing today? It's a risky strategy, so if you're going to follow me, be careful. I'm going to be shorting this market if we get a bounce. We just fell almost 2,000 points. You would expect to see a bounce, but there's no guarantees we're going to get one. I want to discuss this as well. I've explained to you that if the Fed doesn't step in here, and we're hearing from Fed officials about rate cuts moving forward. I told you they were going to do it. Now we're hearing it out of their own mouths. There is no guarantee that this is going to work to prop this back up. There's no guarantee that if the Fed gets in here and starts pumping more cash into the debt market than they're already doing, remember, don't call it QE, that it's going to do a darn thing, okay? Debt is the problem. Debt has become toxic. This is a multi-decade plan by central banks around the world to be the lenders and buyers of last resort, sucking it right out of whatever's left of the middle class. A massive wealth transfer is underway. Look, this market lost, 1.7 trillion in the last 2 days? Not everyone lost money. I didn't lose money. In fact, I got richer. I've been short this market like I explained to you. I pulled my cash out of this market on Friday. I did 2 warning videos before I did that. So no one could say I didn't warn anybody, all right, because I'm getting heat for that. Greg, you didn't tell us you were going to pull out of the market. I told all of you. I warned you twice. And then Friday, I told you I pulled my cash out of this market. The first guy probably on the planet, financial guy, to say it. So look, I don't know another way to put it. I think I've been putting every single one of you in the right spot for years. You know what you should be doing, what you should have been doing here. But again, going back to what I was talking about, there is no guarantee that pumping more debt into the system is going to prop this stock market back up. As a matter of fact, we might get a reverse effect. It could be backfire, which is their grand plan anyway. The banks want to issue in a wealth transfer effect, a theft on an unimaginable scale from the masses, pushing it right up to the 1%ers. Like I said, not everyone's losing money in this market. I'm not losing. I guarantee you, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, they're not losing either. The banks that run the Fed, they're all getting short this market too. It's the same scenario repeatedly over and over and over again. So today, what you are going to do, and I promise to keep you on top of this, is watch the collapsing yield curve. It's the biggest tell. And again, the lies and the propaganda are going to get larger. You're going to still be told our economy is booming. Never, ever in the history of the financial world have we seen a yield curve collapse like this in a booming economy. It would never happen. The economy is in free fall. The virus is going to be blamed for the global free fall. Again, it can't be blamed on world leaders. No. It's not their fault because they got everything right. This virus is either a godsend to people like Donald Trump who are going to blame the virus, or this was deliberately dispersed. So world leaders have something to blame here. Blame the virus. It's the virus. It's not the hyperinflated markets around the world. It's not the collapsing economy. No, because we're booming. Although the yield curve is saying something completely different and is been ignored by, have you ever heard the president talk about the yield curve? Have you ever heard the president explain to you how negative rates are going to help the middle class? Or all this debt is going to help the middle class? No, he can't even utter those words because then people start questioning it. The lie must be kept real in the minds of the dumbed down. All right, with that said, people, I'm out of here. I love all of you. Please share the video and keep your eye on that yield curve.